Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? Now look, so for this one, this gonna be about the GD's versus the ViceLord's, the Westside of Detroit edition. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I always gotta start it from the beginning so it'll make sense. So rock with it. Alright? Now look, like I said, the original hood that I came from, West Warren. You know what I'm saying? West Warren is a GD neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And then right over the next neighborhood, you got Joy Road. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, you got Plymouth. Then after that, you got Schoolcraft. Those next three hoods going over, going north of West Warren. Those next 3-4 hoods I just named, Joy Road, Plymouth, Schoolcraft. All three of them hoods is ViceLord's. You know what I'm saying? They ViceLord's and got some Bloods in there. You know what I'm saying? Then after Schoolcraft, you got Finkel. Half of Finkel is ViceLord's, and the other half of Finkel is GD's. So the 4-1 side of Finkel is ViceLord's. And then when you cross Evergreen, going back west on Evergreen, you got Brightmo. That's BMG. Brightmo Gangsters. GD's. You know what I'm saying? So just like how you got Dope Boys Cash Out, you got Payroll Giovanni. He from the 4-1 side. But he wasn't, on that gangbang shit like that. He about to get money. But he was on the 4-1 side. And then you had Dope Boy Rock. Dope Boy Rock was on the Brightmo side. They from the same hood, the Finkel Ave. But it's just streets divide one side from the other side. So Evergreen divide to Finkel Street. On the west side of Evergreen, you got Brightmo Gangsters. On the east side of Evergreen, you got 4-1 on Finkel Avenue. So that's how the Finkel split. You got half ViceLord's, half GD's, right? Then you get to 6 Mile. 6 Mile, west to east, is Crips. They always been Crips. 6 Mile Crips, always. From west to east, the whole 6 Mile, they Crippin'. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to 7 Mile, get my hood. You know what I'm saying? My hood is a 2 square mile radius hood. From 7 Mile to 8 Mile. That's 1 mile north and south. Then Evergreen to Lasher. That's 1 mile east and west. That's my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, it might have been about 20 blocks. My block was the middle block of my neighborhood. So my block split the ViceLord's from the GD's, right? So half of that 2 square mile radius hood, half of it was ViceLord's, half of it was GD's. You know what I'm saying? In my hood, you had GD's and Crips. And then you had ViceLord's and Bloods. The ViceLord's and the Bloods ran together. The Crips and the GD's ran together. You know what I'm saying? It was literally a split. And my block split us. You know what I'm saying? One half was on the red, the other half was on the blue. You know what I'm saying? Well, of course, me and my guys on my block, we G's and Crips. You know what I'm saying? We had both on my block. So basically, after my block, going back west was ViceLord's and Bloods. And my block, going back east, back to Evergreen, GD's and Crips. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that. You know what I'm saying? Half of my block was Crips. And they was all the youngins. You know what I'm saying? Man, we had all type of Crips, all type of trims of Crips, rolling 60s, Playboy Gangsters, you know what I'm saying? 8 Trays, Grape Streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had all type of trims of Crips, you know what I'm saying? And they all was rocking with us under the 6, you know what I'm saying? So we was 8-balling with the Crips. But the thing was, we really didn't get involved in their business. They really didn't get involved in our business. It was just like, it was always on standby. You know what I'm saying? So if we needed them, we know that they was on standby. They needed us. They knew we was on standby. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we hung out and did our own things. You know what I'm saying? Did our own thing, our own ways. But we were still all affiliated. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's how it went on my side of town, but I'm telling y'all about. And there's a lot more hoods on the west side of Detroit, you know, they had their stuff going on, but I just named them hoods because them the ones I just want y'all to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, like I said, since a kid, I've been a GD since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I always rotate with the Crips, always, you know. So, come from West Warren, we GDs over there. We moved to 7 Mile. You know what I'm saying? 7 Mile was half and half. In my hood, it was half and half, you know? So it was like pick a side. But by then, I was already invested in that G shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was natural for me to be on the G side. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it was. And then on my big homie that got killed, you know what I'm saying? My big homie Beezy. He was top GD, you know what I'm saying? And me and him, we was together every day like this, like no lie. Anybody that know us from the hood know that me and Beezy was together more than anybody. That was my brother, you know what I'm saying? When other guys ain't had the time with him, he was with me. Like that was bro, you know what I'm saying? For real. So I'm right next to top GD, you know what I'm saying? So it was just natural, you feel me? And like I said, all our guys, all of them was GDs or Crips, all of them. That's just how it was, you know? So by the time I got to 7 Mile and, you know, I had to pick a side, I'm like, shit, because my block was like neutral. So we could have rolled with the 5 or we could have rolled with the 6, you know what I'm saying? That was our choice, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, nigga, we under the 6, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So after all of that, it's basically the 5 against the 6 in my hood, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And man, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of fighting and shit, you know. It was a couple of shootings, you know what I'm saying? Like we had got into it with some of them guys one night, you know. Some of the guys under the 5, you know. We was in the hood walking the streets because we had got a tip that it was a house party going on, right? So we go over there to the house party. We walked over there like 10 deep, you know what I'm saying? We had some of the shorties with us, you know what I'm saying? So we go over there. The party was shut down, you know what I'm saying? So we walking back to the block. While we walking back through the streets, you know, to get back to our block, some guys under the 5, you know, they pulled up in the car on us, you know what I'm saying? They pulled up on us, got talking shit. We talking shit back. They like, all right, cool. They drove off. By the time we got down to our block, we see them riding past us, you know what I'm saying? And they went down there to the side street where we be posted at. So while we walking up the block, by the time we get to the corner, you know what I'm saying, they walking towards us, you know what I'm saying? Where they done already parked their car and they started walking towards us. So we got into it with them. It was 5 of them, you know what I'm saying? And it was just me and my mans that was on it. The rest of them, they all fell back, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they were scared or what, but the rest of the youngins, they fell back. It was just me and my homie Shine, you know what I'm saying? So we squared up with them and everything, like, bet, let's get it, you know what I'm saying? While we walking up on them, they bagging up, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, we on the block, you feel me? Like, they hopped out on us on the block. Like, them guys under the 5, they be tweaking, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they was bagging up while we was running up on them. Next thing you know, bah, bah, bah. Shots went off, you know what I'm saying? They took off running and shit. I'm looking around trying to see who it was that did the shooting, you know what I'm saying? Man, come to find out, it was one of the little Crip homies, you know what I'm saying? That nigga pulled his gun out, got the blast, you know what I'm saying? He got the blast in the air, you know, tell them niggas to get the fuck on type shit, you know, because they was about to rush us and wasn't nobody else doing shit. So one of the little Crip homies, he, bah, 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 bah. Them niggas took off running, jumped in the car and pulled off, you know what I'm saying? So when they dipped, I called Beezy. I'm like, hey, psh, dog. I'm like, tell them niggas don't come over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we ain't doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, not trying to sound like we the toughest or none of that, you know, but after that day, I knew that we was gonna have problems. You know what I'm saying? Because them guys, they some shooters. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be on. They do that. You feel me? So I'm trying to tell Beezy, I'm like, look, you know, I know them niggas be on that. You know what I'm saying? So now we on that. You feel me? So if they come over here, it's gonna be problems. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know what they be on. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to be on that, especially after one of the little homies already let off shots. You know what I'm saying? He already let them shots off. So we don't got no choice but to be on that. So I told B, I'm like, hey, they come through here, we on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, Beezy walked over there to the block because he stayed on the block over. You know what I'm saying? So he walked over there to the block where we was at, you know. Man, we was in the bushes waiting, like, no lie. We was in the bushes waiting on their car to come up the street. You know what I'm saying? On Beezy, no lie. We was waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? Beezy came, walked over there. Psh, man, he, look, y'all chill out. You know what I'm saying? He seen us in the bushes and everything, you know. Like, man, chill out. We good. Whoopty whoop. He posted up out there with us for a couple hours, kicking it, and, you know, all of that shit. He like, man, y'all straight. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, Beezy is big GD, but he had the guys under the fire too that he fucked with. You know what I'm saying? So with the guys under the fire that, you know, they ran up on us, they were some of the younger guys. You know what I'm saying? So Beezy was able to talk to the older guys or whatever, you know, whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. But yeah, we was ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we know how they get down, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, it didn't go there, you know what I'm saying? Beezy stopped it before it could go there, you know? Shout out to my dog Beezy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, them niggas was, you know, they was on that, you feel me? So now y'all understand my hood, how it was. We was split up. It was half and half in my hood, you know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, my neighborhood was from 7 Mile to 8 Mile, right? Now, and you know 8 Mile is the end of Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Down there in my neighborhood, in the area where my hood is from, don't nobody claim 8 Mile. Everybody is 7 Mile. 8 Mile only got 2 areas where they claim 8 Mile. You gotta know the areas. And I did it in my shorts. I showed it it's 2 8 Mile hoods. It's one on the east and one on the west. One is off of 8 Mile and John R. That's the east side 8 Mile zone. You know what I'm saying? 8 and John R. And then on the west side is 8 Mile and Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? Those are the 2 8 Mile hoods, you know, of Detroit. The rest of it is all 7 Mile. Don't nobody else claim 8 Mile. It's just them 2 neighborhoods off of 8 Mile, they claim 8 Mile. Everything else off of 8 Mile, they claim it's 7 Mile. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So, anyway, you know, my neighborhood, right? So, like I said, from 7 to 8, that was our neighborhood. Everybody claimed 7 Mile. Even people that was close to 8 Mile, everybody claimed 7 Mile. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got the other side of 7 Mile, from 7 Mile to 6 Mile. That side, 7 Mile to 6 Mile, Evergreen to Lasher. They got the same exact 2 mile square radius like we do. They just the other side of 7 Mile, going back towards 6 Mile. All them guys on that side was all ViceLord's, all of them. And it was so many of them. It was ridiculous. They whole side was all ViceLord's, you know, until you got down there close enough to like 6 Mile, and then they turned into Crips. So you had the ViceLord's, and then like it's a street called Santa Clara. After Santa Clara, they all Crips, you know, until you get to 6 Mile, you know. But from Santa Clara back to 7 Mile, all of them was ViceLord's, man. It was so many of them. It was crazy, you know. And they went by a name called DA, Dark Army, you know what I'm saying? And they was under the 5. You know what I'm saying? They was straight ViceLord's. They was under the 5, you know. So to be honest, it was way more ViceLord's in my zone than it was GD's. But we was still stretched out, you know what I'm saying? Because like if we keep on going back south, you know, like I said, from 7 Mile to 6 Mile was ViceLord's. Then get to 6 Mile, they Crips. So again, we affiliated with Crips. So even if we did have that problems like that with the ViceLord's on the other side, we got the Crips right next to them. So if we really need to, we could add the Crips, you know, get on them type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then after the Crips neighborhood, which is from 6 Mile to Grand River, like come through and split between 6 Mile and Finkel, right? Grand River come cut across through there. So where Grand River cut across 6 Mile, on one side of Grand River going back towards 6 Mile, that's the Crip side. On the other side of Grand River going back towards Finkel, that's the GD's. That's Brightmo. You know what I'm saying? So in my little area, it was more ViceLord's. You know what I'm saying? But right after the ViceLord's hood, we had the Crips and the GD's. So if it got like that, we had Crips and GD's behind them ViceLord's that could have got them at any time. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy how all that shit was wrapped up like that, you know? But that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, well, you know what? Let me go ahead. With that being said, with the Dark Army guys, right? They was beefing with my neighborhood, with my side. You know what I'm saying? And really, it was the guys under the 5 that started beefing with them. You know what I'm saying? But since, even though we wasn't under the 5, we was still from that same side that the opposite side of us was beefing with. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't like none of us. You know what I'm saying? So we was getting into it with them, all type of shit. They didn't like none of us, even though they knew who they was beefing with. But it was just the fact we all was in the same hood. You know what I'm saying? Man, all that being said and done, a lot of them niggas got killed. You know what I'm saying? Just being real, a lot of them DA niggas got killed, you know. I don't know who did what, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them niggas got killed. You know what I'm saying? Crazy as hell. You feel me? So that whole side like got wiped out, you know. But them niggas about that life though. They really was, you know what I'm saying? And they went to the grave with it. They stood on it, you know. It was what it was. But that's how that happened, you know, with that side. Like I said, it was a whole lot of them, but man, they was getting dropped, you know what I'm saying? Man, back on our side, we stopped beefing, you know what I'm saying? We ended up coming together, you know, after we lost Beezy. Well, right before we lost Beezy, he started bringing us together, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So basically after he passed, we just kept that same thing going, you know. So you got the 5 and the 6 from my neighborhood, we together now. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, you know, most of us is done with that life. We not doing that no more, you know. But for the ones that is still, you know, over there in the hood doing that, you got guys from the 5 and you got guys from the 6, and they all together. You know what I'm saying? It just show you what growth is. You know, like, you young and you claiming that stuff, but eventually you gonna get older and you gonna be like, it really ain't even about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because literally, in the crew that I'm talking about from my hood that's still on it, there's guys from the 5 and guys from the 6, and they all together. You know what I'm saying? So, what's to learn out of all of this? You know, gang banging don't last forever, and it ain't worth your freedom or your life. Because one day, just say you on the 5 side and the guy you beefing with on the 6 side, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get older one day, man, and y'all gonna be happy and be cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't about nothing, you know? It was just some young childish shit, you know what I'm saying? And now that I look back on like all them DA guys, like all them niggas dead, you know? And they died at a young age, you know what I'm saying? Before they could really experience life, you know what I'm saying? But that it was what it was, you know? And so, as a lot of other guys in the city, you know, didn't die from that shit too. But that's just some guys that I know about, you know what I'm saying? They got smoked. Again, I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I just knew them because we was all from the same neighborhood. We was just from 2 sides of the street, you know what I'm saying? So one of them got dropped. I knew about it, you know, but I don't know who did what, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, there's a lot of lives lost, you know, to nothing because it really didn't mean anything, you know what I'm saying? So to the youngins right now, look, it ain't worth it, man. You might be toting them pistols now and on all of that now, but trust me, you don't want to kill nothing. You know, you'll regret it when you get older. I'm telling you right now. You might think it's cool right now. You're going to regret it when you get older. Regardless if you get caught or not. You're going to regret it when you get older. You're going to be like, damn, that was stupid. I really didn't have to do that, you know. Now it got me looking over my shoulder for the rest of my life, you know. I don't know if the police going to catch up with me or if his boys going to find me. But this is what's going to be going on with you for the rest of your life. And on top of it, you murdered somebody. That's going to always be on your conscience. You know what I'm saying? So, to the youngins, you know, like I said, I watched a lot of bodies drop in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it was gang on gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people repping the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you from, you repping the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And these guys taking each other out, you know. It's crazy, man. So, that's how that went. You know, hopefully the youngins learned something from that, you know. And with the other hoods that I was speaking on, you know, like the 6 Mile Crips, you know, we was rocking with them real tough too, you know, because we was GD's and we was rocking with them. So we had much love with them. They was beefing with Puritan Ave and the 8 Mile guys. You know what I'm saying? Crazy how that worked. 7 Mile and 8 Mile don't beef with each other. But 8 Mile and 6 Mile beef with each other, you know, type shit. So that was about what they had going on, but, you know, they took care of their shit, you know. They ain't need us for nothing, but we was tied in with them. You know what I'm saying? Then Brightmo straight GD's, you know what I'm saying? That's second home for us, you know? Back in the day, we was called 7 to the Mo, 7 Mile to Brightmo. But, you know, we fell apart, but we still was connected on that GD shit, you know what I'm saying? So we had them too, you know? Then, after that, it was all ViceLord's again, you know what I'm saying? All the way till you get to Joy Road. From School Crab to Joy Road, all them ViceLords. Like, that was just how my section of the Westside was set up. And then you got other hoods on the Westside, like Dexter, Linwood, 12th Street, Woodrow, Wilson. You know what I'm saying? You got them type of hoods that I ain't mentioned, you know. But I don't know, you know, what gangs they really bang, you know, on that side. That's a little like, that's a small neighborhood, but they like a family-oriented hood over there, you know. I think they mainly ViceLord's back that way, if I'm not mistaken, you know. But I don't know too much of what they bang back there. I just know, you know, as far as the hood shit they be on, but as far as the gang banging, I don't know what they really be on like that, you know. So that's why I ain't speak on them, you know. But them boys got busy as hell too. They ain't play no motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? The number streets. I don't know much about the number streets, but we done got into it with some guys on the number streets. You know, West Warren and 28th Street was beefing with each other. I think 28th Street, I think they was ViceLord's, but like the majority of the other number streets, they are GD's. You know what I'm saying? And the number streets, they kind of like run through McGraw Ave. McGraw Ave, you know, crossing into Southwest Detroit. And everybody from McGraw is GD's. You know what I'm saying? So in Southwest, you got the GD's, and then you got the Latin Counts. You know what I'm saying? You got the Latin Counts off of Toledo, and then you got the GD's off McGraw. You know, so like on the west side, southwest side of Detroit, it's split up. Like you got GD's, ViceLord's, GD's, ViceLord's. You know what I'm saying? And then you might have a couple of hoods that's behind each other, and they all rep the same shit. And then it'll stop at one hood, and then the next 3-4 hoods over, they all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So on the west side, where I named everything at, man, it's about half and half. You know what I'm saying? It's about half and half, literally, you know. And I just gave y'all the north, the south, you know what I'm saying? You still got the east and the west of those neighborhoods. They got more GD's, ViceLord's, Crips, Bloods, you know what I'm saying? I just named the main area where I be at, like from 8 Mile and Evergreen back to like Warren and Livernois, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the area I know of, you know what I'm saying? And again, still so many other hoods that repped a whole lot of other shit, but them the ones I could tell you about, you know what I'm saying? And man, it was about half and half. It's crazy how it was set up like that, but it was about half and half, you know what I'm saying? Have GD's, have Crips, have Bloods, have ViceLord's, you know what I'm saying? You had guys repping the red flags. You had guys repping the black and gold. You know what I'm saying? Then you got guys wearing the blue. You got guys wearing the black and blue. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the west side of Detroit was coming with the GDs and the ViceLord thing. Now, I will say this. Most of the time, the guys don't be on that gang shit, you know, as far as the gang banging. Like I said before, Detroit, we really go off hoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can gang bang, that's cool, but what hood you from? That's what niggas really be worried about, is what hood you from in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say like this. A guy could be a Crip. A guy could be a 6 Mile Crip, right? You know what I'm saying? And you could be a 7 Mile Blood. And the 6 Mile Crip guy, he might come up on you, hey, where you from? Woo woo. And you be like, I'm a 7 Mile Blood. And he could be like, all right, cool. I don't got no beef with you. But then that 6 Mile Crip, he could bump into another guy, hey, where you from? And dog could be like, I'm from Puritan Ave, PA, 7 Deuce. That's his rivalhood. You know what I'm saying? And they ViceLord's. Crips and ViceLord's, they don't beef. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not about the gang banging. It's about the hoods that they from. You know what I'm saying? They bang two opposite things. You know what I'm saying? But they hoods is at war. So when the 6 Mile nigga hear you from Puritan Ave, there it is. Whether you Crip Blood, ViceLord, GD, whatever. It's the hood. You know what I'm saying? So you could be walking through a red neighborhood, a blood neighborhood with a blue flag on. And ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Now, don't get it twisted. It is guys that will say something. But I'm saying for the most part, you can come through the neighborhoods like that, and for the most part, guys ain't gonna say nothing. But if you come through that neighborhood banging the wrong hood, you know what I'm saying? You banging a rival hood, then they gonna get on your ass. Cause that's how it go. Even though everybody claiming the game, they claiming the color, you know what I'm saying? They claiming a 5 or a 6, but they really not that heavy on it. They more heavy on what hood you from. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's set up in the D, man. But there you have it. The GD's versus the ViceLord's. Westside of edition. Westside of Detroit edition. My bad. You know what I'm saying? All in all, a lot of guys died behind this shit. You know, it really wasn't worth it. You know, it was fun and cool at the time, you know, but a lot of guys died. You know what I'm saying? For nothing. You know? I mean, that's why I'm here to tell you, like, hey, you know, you around that age and, you know, you thinking that's forever and that's the shit. I'm telling you right now, it's going to come and it's going to go. You know? It's going to come and go. So have your fun out of it. Just stay safe. Have your fun, and when your time come, be like, y'all, Mr. Roll-Up did say it was going to come, and go ahead and let it go and move on with your life. Life get better. That's all I'm going to say. It's been another episode of Roll Up or Pour Up. So get your blunts raw and your drink poured.